launch into game. We're going to do a nice little cast. This is something I want to do every day now, is just like an IEM cast, since there's so many good replays which we're either not seeing at all or not seeing on the mainstream. So let's take a look, guys. Spawning down here in the bottom left-hand side, in the blue, it is Maru. Representing Jin Green Wings, of course. And his opponent up here in the top right-hand side, in the red, the Terran player, it is TY. Brioche or ciabatta? How do you say that? It's ciabatta, right? Ciabatta? Ciabatta? I never knew how to say that one. Probably ciabatta. I don't know. But that's like the bread I just ate is more like a ciabatta? Ciabatta? How the fuck do you... I don't know. The second one. I should just go full bogan and like accentuate myself saying it wrong. Yeah, the Chewbacca one. Is that actually how you say it? Chewbacca? Ciabatta. Oh, really? It's ciabatta? I'm gonna call it Chewbacca. Thanks, guys. You just taught me. I've never said that word in my life. I've actually never said that word in my entire life. Yeah. It was more like a ciabatta. Ciabatta. All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. So yeah. To finish that story off quickly. So I started learning Terran and Protoss pretty hardcore. I'd only off-raced them like little bits for fun here and there before that. So I actually like went hardcore learning them 2016, kind of like early to mid 2016. And yeah, I got really good. Eventually, I wouldn't say really good, actually. That's kind of subjective, right? Compared to most players. Obviously, you know, a lot of my skills and experience carried over, but yeah, it took a bit of effort, took a bit of time, a lot of learning. Did a lot of shows with pro gamers helping me learn the game, and that helped a lot. So guys, TY has not scouted until just now, and Maru's gone for a double proxy barracks. Oh, shit. This could get really, really nasty here. You guys let me know, by the way, if the in-game sound levels are a little bit too loud compared to my voice. Normally I tone it down a bit for casting, but I think I've got it balanced well for now, so you guys can let me know. For now, first Reaper and SCV going to come in, and they want to try and snipe off this Reaper, but TY, he's realized what's up. His SCV scout got over there in time, so he pulls 3 SCVs, already kills the SCV of Maru, chases him off. He's going to keep these SCVs at this ramp, is he? Oh, okay. He's going for a Marine next, of course, wants to build a Cyclone as soon as the factory's finished. Might go Hellion, actually. Oh, he's actually got vision. Those SCVs were too far forward. Oh, and they're getting bounced down as well. Good play here from Maru. Oh, and he gets the Reaper, and oh my god. He's going to take him down. Gets the Marine as well. Oh, that could just be game right there. Oh, TY. His SCVs were actually in vision from the low ground. They were standing a little bit too far apart. Oh, he's got a proxy starport on the way. That could checkmate Maru if he can hang on. The problem is, with 3 Reapers out already, even if the Hellion comes out, these Reapers are going to just kill it. If they can focus fire the Reaper, it's game over. So that proxy lib counterattack is the one last chance here for TY. TY's Hellion comes out, nice focus fire on it, but a good grenade hit. Gets the SCVs and the Hellion. And ooh, that Hellion's still alive. These Reapers dancing around. They've got a lot of hit points. That Marine goes down. The Reapers are dangerously low. 1 Reaper goes down. The Hellion does fall though. Another Hellion is about to pop out, but TY knows it's too late. Even with the starport finished, no money to build a Liberator. And that's going to be that. GG's. Well, that was a brutal Game 1 victory there. Maru takes Game 1 up against TY. So if you guys are just tuning in, this is a IEM replay cast. This was from the group stage. TY versus Maru. I don't think we showed this one on the mainstream. I'm trying to stick to the casts that weren't on the mainstream. But 6 days of non-stop broadcast, 12-hour broadcasts. I'm going to forget some of the games that were shown on the mainstream, some of the ones that weren't. So forgive me if I am re-showing one you already watched. I know a lot of you don't get to watch every single game in a tournament anyway, so it's really only the super hardcore guys that are actually going to get destroyed, that are going to get annoyed. Destroyed? Annoyed? I totally know what I'm talking about, guys. Next map's Catalyst. Good deals on fruit by playing Zerg. Oh, of course. Fruit dealer always hooks his friends up, his racial friend mates. He does well. Am I going to make my stream viewers happy and participate in tournaments as Hovermind? I mean, I for a while I was getting invited to play show matches. I do play the occasional qualifier. I will sign up for them when they're on a good time. When they're on a good time for me, guys. Let me get that scoreboard going. Here we go, guys. Up here in the top left-hand side, taking a brutal loss in game number 1. Needed to pull a few more SCVs there. Needed to take that a little bit more seriously. In the red, he is TY. And he's going to be blocking off the jump-up path as early as possible. Meanwhile, doing the same thing on the other side of the map, in the blue, taking a very quick, aggressive Game 1 victory. The blue Terran, he is Maru. Maru. Thank you, Pinion. Appreciate that feedback. How long is the stream going to be on for? Quite a while. My uptime is actually like totally wrong for today, so I should probably turn that off since I've actually been live for about 6 hours. At least another hour and a half, potentially another 3 or 4 hours, depending on how I feel. We'll see how we go. I'm a little bit sick, so it's not like massively sick, but you know, I might just at some point be like, fuck, I need to rest. I gotta end the stream. If that happens, it happens. So guys, double gas opening here for Maru. Actually for both players, identical double gas openings for both sides. So it looks like we are going to be seeing some one base openings. Now the most common opening we see off this from players at the moment is the double cyclone into expand. So you kind of just do this to get up a factory nice and early, and then we pull workers off gas. I believe is how you do it, right? Or do you pull workers off? I don't even know. I don't do the build myself. So let's watch and let's learn. There we go. A guy off each gas for TY, goes factory, Reaper first, second depot. Meanwhile, Maru still mining with 3 workers at a time, which indicates probably going to go straight for a starport. Going to go for either medevacs or banshees or something along those lines. Whereas TY, we're probably going to see a reactor go down, I think, after this barracks gets that Reaper out. So second Reaper on the way for Maru. Maru did get a nice fast second depot as well. I guess both players did, but yeah, his one's actually a bit slower than TY's, but the supply block doesn't actually impact him. And here we go, defensive Reaper for TY. TY going to go for the expand. So TY hasn't scouted, and he's just going to expand again. And he's going for a slightly delayed second Reaper and a Hellion. So it is 2 Reaper Hellion up against 2 Reaper Hellion. Starport on the way from Maru. Ignore everything I said earlier, guys. We are going to see... Actually... Yeah, what is this opening from TY? Did Maru scouted? So Maru did scout the fast factory. And this is why TY is changing the build, I think. So I think TY said, look, you've scouted me. You know there's going to be cyclones. So you know what? I'm going to pull off gas a bit. Go for the command center, just get out a few Reapers and Hellions to defend, and then I'm going to macro on. I really struggle with the decision making of players this high level in TVT because they're just so much smarter and better than me. I definitely need like a really high level pro player to actually explain it. But for now, SCV does go down there. This is a bit of a shame here for TY. Equal units, and yet has to pull back and has that command center delayed. Meanwhile, command center is on the way, as well as Cloak for Maru. And TY here is such a defensive standout position. Is getting a Raven. Okay. You know, sometimes I criticize players who sit back too much, but TY is pretty godlike at it. Ooh, Maru's coming forward. He wants that Reaper. Would love to kill that, but the Reaper healing is good here for TY. TY's got more hit points right now. Both players just posturing. And 2 more Hellions come out. Oh, but a Cyclone! Okay, TY's gonna have to just run forward, focus down the light units, and then run away, I think. Yeah, this is what you do. You kill all the light supporting units, you can't actually engage the Cyclone. So he's trying to build 2 Cyclones of his own to add some firepower. I would have loved to see the units just run across the map, but I guess he knows he's going to lose too many SCVs if he does that. So he's going to come forward. SCVs joining up with this. Reaper Grenade kind of hits his own units just as much as the Cyclone, but does end up taking it down and keeps the Raven energy alive, which is very important. So good crisis management from TY. Hangs on. Expansion is finished. Orbital's up. Command Center just finishing here for Maru. Maru's still got like potential to find massive damage though. A Raven does not just automatically shut this down, but the Reaper spotting that's really good. TY will not mind trading that at all. Got a second Raven on the way already, and 2 Cyclones and a Raven is going to be good. So TY is saying, look, let's move out, let's intercept that Banshee. Because if we just sit in the mineral line, there's a chance it hits the other mineral line and comes and gets us. So he's kind of roaming around hunting right now. He's like, where are you? But since he hasn't found it, he knows he needs to turn around and go back to his mineral line. So he's going to sit maybe between his bases. Maybe he'll spread the Cyclones. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cyclones watching on both edges. Try and spot this and get the Ravens in position before the Banshee can do anything. Second Banshee is coming out. Third Banshee on the way as well. Maru committing a lot to this. This is, you know, I've got to find damage with this. Engineering Bay is down as well. Here we go. Banshee comes in, turns around immediately. TY quick to react. does have a Hellion spotting there and a Cyclone. This preparation is insane. Banshee going to come in from the high ground. There is a Raven and a Cyclone in position. Wouldn't mind the Banshee actually dishing out a little bit more damage on that Cyclone, to be honest. Did the other one just run in? Oh, he's run back in there. 3 kills. He's going to get a 4th kill. You're going to have to drop auto turrets. You can't just, yeah, the Cyclone on its own won't get rid of that. There we go. 6 kills. Does end up going down. That Banshee could have microed away and forced another auto turret. But I like the choice to just get the SCV kills. 6 kills, not bad at all. Hasn't forced any scans, though. And he's coming across with just Marines, tanks, a Cyclone, another Banshee, another tank. Are there any Vikings out? We've got 1 Viking for TY. That's going to be super crucial, as are auto turrets. Getting scanned here. He has to realize something's up. TY with a quick siege is going to be ready in time. He doesn't have much supporting it, though. He's got to repair. You got to repair that, dude. Oh, he pulled to repair really late. Nice disable from the Raven, though. Auto turret goes down. The Cyclone and the SCVs come forward. And this sort of push from Maru is so powerful, potentially. But the thing is, Ravens shut it down. I think he should have known there was 2 Ravens. Maybe he was banking on there being just not enough raw material, since he knew TY's units were split in the main, but it's such a gamble because those disables and those auto turrets can just shut it down just for energy. And now TY in full map control coming across the map. There is a Raven for Maru, but it's only got 50 energy up against 2 auto turrets or 2 disables for TY. So what do we call that? Like one spell for Maru, 2 spells for TY, I guess is what we call that, but soon to be 4 spells for TY. And that's where things turn around quite a bit. Gonna have to lift off that command center. Cyclones do only tickling damage to it. And the follow-up is bio for both players. Maru wants to edge forward to defend this. Takes out a Marine. Does pull back. We've got more Marines rallying in here. I think TY really should be focused on macro at home. Shouldn't be forcing the issue. If I were TY, as soon as that scan disappears, I retreat. As it is, you see Maru's looking for it. He's gonna go. Disable goes down. And get out of there, TY. Knows the siege tank is forfeit. Does a nice lock on there with the Cyclones. Does some damage to the Raven, but he will just back off. Behind this, what do we have? TY with +1 weapons almost finished. +1 armor on the way. Needs that armory down yesterday. Is up to 3 barracks, factory, and a starport. All producing. 3rd base is landed on location. Work account almost identical for both players. TY with a slight lead. Upgrades for Maru are generally kind of a little bit behind. But as long as the armory doesn't start, we're not going to see +2 kicking in for TY. So I'd say the upgrades are going to equalize. Double Marauder coming in for Maru. I think Maru might think he's up against mech. I don't think Maru paid attention to the fact that that was a tech lab earlier. So Marauder's not usually what you opt for against Marines. And Bio-Focus played. Nice disable! Oh, TY comes forward, gets a siege tank, and just allows his own siege tank to come forward. But actually, he's not spotting that tank. Maru's siege tank will be able to win out the shelling war. And we see it there, does start to engage. TY going to have to use another disable. Or a spotting. Ooh. What are you doing? Maru! Maru's going to take out that tank. TY a little bit sloppy there. He's going to take out that, though. Auto turret goes down as well. And looks like he's just going to chill for the moment. These Marauders, they're decent in these small engagements, and they're good against the Cyclones. They're just not so good later on. And right now, Maru taking a lot of damage. He's going to try and break it with auto turrets. He doesn't have stim. One of those Ravens got sniped down before it could drop any spells. Great micro from TY, winning the Spellcaster war. These Ravens have just gotten so much efficiency over the course of this battle. And now, looks like Maru will hold. But, man, he'd be so much further ahead in upgrades if he remembered his armory. Oh well. Both players pretty even on the upgrades. No, armory only just now remembered by Maru. Of course, that's the #1 thing you forget when you're under pressure like that, is the armory. You're focused on just surviving and establishing that 3rd. We do have 4th and 5th barracks, so going to be 4 reactors and a tech lab for 9 Marines producing at a time. 2nd factory goes down, the double gas on the 3rd, and no doubt a few more barracks after this. Because it's TY, he might actually skip on those extra barracks. Sometimes he goes for a 2nd and 3rd starport. And goes for like the Viking Lib air superiority, focusing more on winning the slow siege battles and the air superiority rather than just having the Marine count. Maru, on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if he even delays his 2nd factory a little bit and just goes full YOLO and gets the extra barracks as soon as he can afford them. It's not common, it's pretty rare. You only really see players like Maru and Kelazur do that, and even then it's pretty rare. Could be something they go for on this map though. 4th CC already starting for TY. Oh my god. And a massive supply block for TY. He's building 4 depots at a time. Both players posturing right now. I gotta say, I think TY has the better army there. Oh, anti-armor missile lands. You gotta get out of there. Nice pickup and boost away here from Maru. He knows he can't fight with that anti-armor missile hitting him. Drop is going to move down the left. We've got a spotting depot there for Maru. Right now, siege tanks, though, trying to get a siege up on this cliff. They might be able to take out a barracks, some depots. This is a really awkward position. And the scary thing as the defender is you can't just say, oh, it's just a couple depots and a barracks. Because if you ignore this position, they can boost into the main. We see here already an elevator coming in. And look at that. Starts to use the disable there. Is going to try and land these Marines. I think he's got to get out of there. This is a bit ambitious, TY. You're doing some damage, but those Marines not really trading too well. Is just going to have to back off for now. Vikings are out for Maru. That'll push him away. TY, is he going to use scan sold onto this position? No, you got to unsiege that, surely. At the same time, though, sorry guys, instant rewind. A drop came in. That's why he was so focused on committing to that. It's because he was doing the drop at the same time. And does come in, takes out the siege tank, and starts doing massive damage. So as that gets cleaned up, bam! These Marines come in and start to ravage the third base. TY, you're in missile turret range. No! Oh no! Medevac does go down. Little pieces of it fall into the chasm. Continuing our perfect pronunciation of words today. To be honest, I do love chasm. That's one of my top 3 favorite nerdy mispronunciations. When people are like, "Oh man, he fell into that chasm," and I'm like, "Whoa!" I think you could name your child that though. Like Chad, I always thought Chad was a pretty, I don't know, I just didn't like Chad as a name that much, but Chasm, that would be a cool name, man. How do you mispronounce abyss? Abyss? Abbeys? The Abbeys. Oh shit. Oh my god, Maru with the sick flank comes in. Oh, he just doesn't have the numbers. He just doesn't have the numbers, and there's a drop in the main at the same. I thought he was going to be able to clean that. Oh, I mean, he does technically clean it. The drop in the main's done so much damage, though. Marauders, why is he still building Marauders? I'm kind of confused. I think it's just because he built 2 tech labs thinking he was going to be playing against mech. I feel like that really hurt Maru this game. Those Marauders are expensive, man. He's got double tech lab starport on the way, so he's going to try and go, I think, Banshee Viking? No, Raven. Oh, he's trying to... Oh, straight to Ravens, of course. Derp. I forgot that people go to that so early. They don't even wait for the late game, man. People just try to rush those Ravens out. He's on a pretty stunted economy, though. Not sure if he's going to be able to do it. And we're going to have to see exactly what we can get done. Yeah, Maru's dead. TY, just good waves of aggression. Kept expanding across the map. Not as high an SCV count as we normally expect from TY, but in such an action-packed game, totally makes sense. And I don't think TY ever actually got up the 7th and 8th barracks. 6th and 7th barracks, sorry. I think it was just 5 barracks all game. I guess if you're on top of your spending, you don't really need those extra barracks, especially if you're building out of that second factory the whole time. Yeah, here we go. 6th and 7th barracks are going down now. He's like, I do have 4 bases. I really should have those barracks to quickly remax on Marines and stuff. And the Desperation Corvid Reactor, triple Raven transition for Maru. Of course, not going to have any medevacs other than these ones. So if these 4 medevacs die, Maru's kind of screwed. Maru's just like, alright, it's all about landing a bunch of anti-armor missiles on TY. And that's me one chance. 3-3 on the way here, of course, for TY. Not even starting here for Maru. Maru's like, I'm barely on 3 bases. Like, I'm not even mining some gas in my base. Like, he's not even mining the gases in his natural, actually, yeah. He's just stunted right now. Similar army supply, which makes it seem kind of good, but I don't think there's any siege tanks. 1 siege tank versus 5. 3 Vikings, as well as Stim Marines. Very good for just snapping Ravens. So he does scan. TY sees this army. He knows it's heavy Ravens coming. He's going to try and prepare by spreading his units out and obviously trying to snipe the Ravens with the Vikings from afar. Double drop is splitting off for TY. TY is deciding, you know what? If I just keep doing some counter pressure, that'll be fine. That's all I need to do. The drop does start unloading. Maru comes forward here, but look at that pre-spread from TY. TY says, mate, I've been patted down by many police officers before. I know. Step 1 of anti-armor missile. Same thing as when you're pulled over by the police. Spread your legs, put your hands up, spread out on the hood of the catalyst, and that way the anti-armor missile hopefully won't grope you too hard. Or just randomly beat you a little bit. Maybe spray you with the pepper spray. Alright, let's tab in and out. Let's get that replay back up. Let's go to game 3. That's 1-1 apiece, guys. Was there a stuck tank in the natural of TY's last dog? I think there was, but at least it was like stuck there so other tanks couldn't pop out there. So the other tanks were kind of popping out on the outside area. Spread those arms, boy. Spread your legs real wide. I gotta make sure you don't have anything pointy or dangerous. Weird comparisons between spreading against anti-armor missiles and getting patted down by the police aside. You have to see exactly how this series ends. I actually can't remember who won this series, guys. I cannot remember. So we're gonna have to see. It's gonna be Neon Violet Square. We're gonna see mass anti-armor missile wars, potentially. Potentially we will. It is 1-1 apiece, guys. Let's go into map number 3 of this Terran vs. Terran. The Psychopath. What should Maru's nickname be? It's like Kawaii Psychopath or something. He's like this cute little boy, but he just murders people brutally. The Serial Killer. He is Maru. The last one you'd expect. And down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the red, it is TY. Hey Rusev, thank you so much for the 8-month resub. Glad to see the pig pen growing. Keep up the great work, man. Hope you're well. Thank you, Rusev. Appreciate the support, dude. I can't believe it's already been 8 months. That's awesome. What's my favorite race? Says Cranky Squid. I like them all. Right now, in terms of mirror matchups, I think I enjoy TVT the most, just because it's kind of aggressive, but in an interesting way, and we have the bonus of anti-armor missiles being ridiculous. So that shit actually gets me a little bit wet. Speaking of getting wet, Maru doesn't care about being clean at all. Is like, nah, I'm just gonna be a filthy piece of shit right now and go for a barracks into double gas. Not sure why that gets me wet, but I don't know. Cheeses excite me, okay, guys? I like it when people go for a bit of an all-in. Take a bit of a gamble, go for a rush. TY doesn't know what's going on just yet. Maru, I mean, I don't know what this is. Part of me thinks it's like just a fast Reaper and then a factory at home. The other part says it's like literally build a marine, a factory, and then a reactor and just go with 2 cyclones. Oh my god, it is that. It's that. Yeah, oh god, it's a reacted cyclone push, guys. Holy shit. Oh my god. I mean, if TY comes over with his Reaper and kills the Marine, he just wins the game. TY scouts, man. Maru, you gambler. The question is, where does TY check? He might check back here. Cancels the command center. Builds a second depot. Where's the factory? Where's your factory, TY? His factory's late. Even if he didn't cancel the command center, that's a late factory, guys. That should have been down already. It's building a bunker, a marine. I mean, this is an easy ramp to hold. We've got reacted factory cyclone. This is an insane game, dude. Okay, I think I remember. I think I watched this game on a laptop. What is... Oh, this is actually ridiculous. Okay, so Maru's just walling off at home. All of his production's on the other side of the map. He's got a starport. Oh, it's a factory of the siege tech. I remember what happened. Oh my god. I think this game was on stream, or at least we showed this part of it as a replay. Okay, you guys are in for a treat. Because, like, I think sometimes we all feel a little bit bad about how we execute rushes or just execute anything. You know, we all make mistakes in StarCraft, and sometimes we get a bit too egotistical. We feel like it reflects badly on us. We're like, shit, man, I'm meant to be really good at this video game. You know, I take it pretty seriously. You know, it's more than just a game I hop on. I play quite a few hours a week. I watch streams. I practice my build orders. And then you play a bit bad sometimes. You know what, he should actually have run up and bounced himself inside the wall with that Reaper. And then he could have run circles, but maybe he didn't want to focus on the APM. So anyway, what you're about to witness, guys, is the worst execution of a siege tank push you have ever seen. Check this out. He's like, I think I should move the siege tank forward a little bit. Uh-oh! He doesn't even have high ground vision. The medevac arrives a few seconds later and the Cyclone's like, huh? And now Maru's like, far out. Oh my god, have you ever seen a push get more wrecked than that? That's actually so hilarious, dude. That was just so funny. That was not meant to happen, yeah. So it looks like, of course, TY here. TY in a fantastic position. This is getting a little bit annoying, but he's got bunkers and his own siege tanks to fall back on. And most importantly, the Liberator. The GG Liberator's coming out, guys. I mean, what do you do as Maru? You've got nothing to deal with it. He's got a Viking just sitting here. A Viking just started, but they're going to take forever to get home. I think he's just going to commit all in on the aggression. The Liberator's like, all right, no mining for you. The Reaper's even killing the depots. This siege tank's doing some damage. Oh, TY moves too far forward with that siege tank. Actually loses it. Sloppy move from TY, man. That was a really big mistake. You know, in this situation, if you're TY, you can actually click on the enemy siege tank and you can see that white line. See? You can see where that siege tank range is to. So really sloppy of TY to take that damage. But he's mining and his opponent isn't. So you can afford a few mistakes here. And, oh, the repair. Pull more SCVs. You gotta repair. Oh shit, it went down. It went down, but okay, more SCVs pulling in. The Cyclone falls. The siege tank has popped out. That's the, oh, and he's still got 4 or 5 Marines there. And that's it. Maru has to tap out. GG. Those feels when there's a Cyclone out, right when you wanna try and siege up that tank, man. Oh my god, that's so funny. What a hilarious way for this series to finish. So I think I did actually cast this game, guys. It all clicked once I got to this point. We definitely at least reviewed this game on a laptop. Someone says I cast it with Tasteless. Very possibly. Oh my god. I might cast another series since this one was so quick, guys. But GG's. Well played. So, guys, TY takes the series 2-1. Playing defensive, solid play. Counter proxy starport. Always good against these cheeky builds. That Liberator, a bit of a checkmate move, guys. So well played. Serious Misgivings, thank you for the 12-month resub. Says you're the best streamer. Thank you, Misgivings.